let's get back to dating real quick.
I know we got way off course.
Yeah, because I'm thinking about like growing up, I would always meet these women who would tell me they want an aggressive man. I was too nice.
Hmm.
And talking to the rest of men in our secret men conversations in the man cave, we all growing up in the 80s and 90s, we were all told that, especially if you were, nerdy, you weren't like a jock or, a thug or whatever. Oh,
Yeah.
you're too nice. You're too nice. But now these same aggressive men, or they're being told they're all narcissists. Is
Yeah.
it because women learned the word narcissist? Or is it because people have become more self aware of mental health and the way that they're being treated affects them?
I think it's the second, you know, and a lot of that, I mean, again, don't want to delve too much into my past, but like some of those men turned out to be very actually violent, not just aggressive because of that conditioning, you know? And I think that a lot of it is really just like people are finally like realizing that, hey, this is not good for me. This is not good for him, you know. Um, like we really need to actually just be people.
I agree. And I'm glad that mental health has become a norm and people are becoming aware of it and seeking help and learning about themselves and why they do the things they do, why they react the way they do or don't react. Because sometimes we don't react, we're
Right.
frozen.
Yeah, you do the, was it fight, flight, or freeze?
Fight. Oh, yeah, I like that. Fight or freeze.
Yeah, yeah, they've added that to the whole thing, fight, flight, or freeze. And that's like when you're overwhelmed and you just can't even function anymore, you just stop.
Yeah, it's like with our relationship when we first started dating, uh, I didn't realize that I was still emotionally wounded from my past relationship. I thought I was fine. Nothing wrong with me. F her. Thought I was
Mhm.
mentally fine and ready for a whole new relationship.
Right.
But you helped me realize that I still had a lot of healing to do and that, I was still wounded, even if consciously I was telling myself, I'm not wounded. I'm not affected by that.
Right. And it's like it's the subconscious that really gets us, because we can really think all of these things all the time, but it's what is going on in the subconscious mind that controls everything we do.
Yeah. And you taught me that, you know what? It's okay. Somebody can love you without an agenda and to just accept it. You taught me that. Like, motherfucker, accept my love. Try to love your ass.
Right. Just let me take care of you.
Yeah. And when you've been in relationships where you've been used before, that's a hard thing to come to terms with that, hey, this person wants to love you without an agenda attached to it.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's like, okay, let me get rid of some of these walls and turn them down a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
This
like,
this
yeah,
is love. Wow. Okay, this is love without an agenda. Wow, this is cool.
right? It
That's a
can happen.
hard yeah, it's a hard thing for people to accept and learn love without an agenda.
Right? Like, when you think of, like, when you hear unconditional love, you think of, oh, my mom. But it's not always necessarily the case. Like, if you're not shown that as a kid, you don't know how to do it as an adult. So then when somebody's like, yeah, I love you no matter what, you're like, no, you don't.
I think you love that unconditional love starts when you do each other's laundry.
Do each other's dishes.
Yeah, a little different for me. I'm like, damn, I gotta throw away all these underwear with holes in them.
Like, she can't see those.
No, I got a streak in
She's
them.
gonna be in
Yeah, I'm
there with
doing
her stuff
laundry
again.
today. You learn a lot about each other, but learning to not just accept, and this is where people start talking about love languages. And I'm sorry, love languages aren't just limited to what's in that book.
Right. I agree.
You know, love languages can be anything that you want them to be.
Like
Your passion to me is your love.
snuggling all morning.
Yeah. Oh, I just got what you meant by that. You dirty.
Yeah.
But love languages can be, like,
Yeah, like I want to play piano for you.
mm-hmm, I
That's
want to
how I'm
share my
gonna show
gift
you
with you.
my appreciation because I can't cook. you know?
Nah, we established that.
Yeah. Except for those fajitas.
Those were good. Those were legendary. I think people have a hard time. You mentioned this earlier with their grocery list of qualifications. Six figure income, six pack, all that,
They want
house, car, boat.
artificial shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, for men, you gotta have a body like fucking Jennifer Lopez, long hair,
Hmm.
speak five languages, great in the sack. We all have these unreal expectations. And to me, that's what's causing people to be unhappy with relationships, because they're
Yeah.
not being realistic with themselves about who they should be dating, what type of people want to date them, and so forth.
Right. I totally agree. Like, I mean, my grandparents on the one side, they were married for 78 years. That's like longer than some people live. But like they just worked things out as they went through it. He figured out, hey, she's the boss. I'm just, gonna chill. Like, they figured out how to work with each other and they made like a beautiful relationship out of it.
Aries said that Love Without an Agenda, that would be a great title for a book.
Right? It really would.